Hi Moneymakers, it's Talking Sense David, a place where complex finance is made easy for all. In this video, I'm going to be talking about your credit score. And I'm going to highlight the 6 factors that you need to focus on if you want to improve your credit score. This is how financial institutions, such as banks, will determine your credit score, and these are very important to focus on. So let's take a look. So factor number 1 is your payment history. This is a past record of your financial payments. This will reflect how responsible you are as a borrower. It will demonstrate if you are paying your debt obligations on time, if you're missing them, or even if you're making late payments. You can think of accounts such as loan accounts, even credit cards, and even retail accounts. A positive payment history will demonstrate and show the creditor that you, the borrower, are making payments on time and in full. And the opposite is true. A negative payment history will show the opposite. A borrower that is struggling and missing payments or not paying them at all. Factor number 2 is credit utilization. Credit utilization will highlight how responsible you are at utilizing the available credit to you and how reliant you are on borrowed funds. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have an available 10,000 Rand limit and you are using 5,000 Rand. That means you have a 50% credit utilization score. Anything usually below 30% is considered lower risk because it demonstrates that you are managing your credit properly. Anything higher than 50% is considered higher risk and it will negatively affect your credit score. Factor number 3 is your credit length history. Now it might sound counterintuitive to have accounts that are open and be in debt, but that's actually what creditors want to see. They want to see how long you have been able to maintain payments and how consistent you have been in doing so. So if you have just opened an account or you haven't had a credit history for a long time, there isn't much data available to a creditor to assess that risk. So it works in your favor to be responsible, to have credit accounts, but maintain them and keep them in good standing, as it shows that you have been able to maintain these payments over a longer period. Factor number 4 is the credit mix. By having a diverse credit mix, it can show that you are able to handle different financial obligations and responsibilities. You can think of loans that you have, such as car loans or retail accounts or other credit cards that you may be using. This diverse mix actually acts as a positive influence on your credit score because it shows that you are able to handle these diverse obligations. Factor number 5 are recent credit checks. Now most people get confused that if they go and have a credit check, it negatively affects their credit score. Now this is not always the case because when you are checking your credit score, there are 2 types of variations. You get a hard inquiry and you get a soft inquiry. So usually with the hard inquiries is when you do a new application for a loan and all the lenders will be able to see this. So some lenders might think that you are actively trying to get a loan, which may negatively work against you. Where on the other hand, you have soft inquiries, which are background checks, and these usually don't influence your credit scores. Factor number 6 are public records. These are legal and financial information that are in the public domain. So certain times you might have judgments or bankruptcies or collections against your name. These are usually public documentations and credit bureaus can access this information from you. So being aware of this also gives you the ability to notice what is happening with your credit score. Alright, let's summarize what we've learned here today. We've looked at 6 factors when it comes to determining your credit score, and we now know that these 6 factors influence your credit worthiness score, and this is what creditors will look at. It's also important to realize that having debt isn't always a bad thing. It's about how responsible you are when using that debt. Having a credit history is important because it gives that payment period and it allows creditors to see if you are responsible with handling money. One thing to remember is that how many times you apply for a new loan is also important, and you don't want to be doing it too often in a short period because it may negatively impact your score. If you have any further questions or you want to see any other topics talked about in further videos, let me know. But for now, I'll see you in future videos. Bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to Talking Sense for more financial content.